Special thanks to Patreon supporter Bros 2016 for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared over here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building a 40mm Bofors Q.F. Mark I. This here is a British version of the 40mm Bofors in an anti-aircraft gun configuration. The Bofors 40mm is probably one of the most widely used anti-aircraft guns by all the Allies during World War II. And even the Bofors gun is still used today in many applications and many weapon systems, obviously a more modernized version. But a really versatile weapon and quite a powerful one. A 40mm gun is definitely going to pack a punch, works really good against light armored vehicles, as well as being a nice anti-aircraft gun. Before we go ahead and jump in to take a look at this build, I do want to go ahead and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Bros 2016 for making this tutorial possible. As always, if you're interested in supporting the channel more you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go ahead and put a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a viewer request to your choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, link is always on the video descriptions. With that though, let's go and dive in here to take a look at the Q.F. Mark I Bofors 40mm gun. So starting off with, we have basically the chassis here. So just a standard chassis, four-wheeled, that the gun is kind of mounted on to. This is a fixed gun on there, so it does not, remove from the axles. It is completely attached to the chassis of this system. We then have the Bofors gun itself. As you can see the gun here, we have all the different aiming sights, all that stuff for the gun, as well as the clip here, and we even have the seats here for the operators there of the gun. Overall, it's a pretty simple build and should be a pretty straightforward one, and will make an awesome addition to your worlds. It's a nice anti-aircraft gun, basically for any of your allied nations. It could really work, but this one here is more specifically based off of a British version. With that though, let's go and dive into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer number 1. Alright guys, so moving into our first layer, beginning with the layer number 1. For layer 1, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a block of coal like so. We then want to place down a dark oak wood fence gate coming off that, a dark oak wood top slab, another dark oak wood fence gate, and another block of coal. We're going to go then place down a dark oak wood fence gate coming off that block. We're going to open it toward the front there, and then we're going to place down 1 and 2 end rods going forward. After those 2 end rods, we then want to place down a zombie head here on the very end. After that, we're going to then also place down an end rod that will be coming off both sides of that fence gate like so. We're going to go then take our dark oak wood top slabs, we're going to build back 1 and 2 more down the center. And then on the sides of your third one right here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate to both sides, and we're going to open this toward the front like so. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood signs. We're going to place down dark oak wood signs on the sides here of those fence gates. We then want to place down a row of 3 of top slabs across, so just like that going across there. And we're going to then place down a row of, just 1 top slab there in the center. And then we're going to then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor to both sides. And then another dark oak wood top slab here out to the sides, like so. With that all done, we want to go ahead and then place down a zombie head coming off this dark oak wood top slab to both ends. And after we have that all done there, we're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood top slab coming off the center block there. A zombie head to both sides. A dark oak wood fence gate like this, open toward the top slab. Same thing over here. Another top slab here in the center. A dark oak wood fence gate to both sides, followed by a block of coal coming off those fence gates. Then coming off the center slab, we're going to place down 2 fence gates like that, opened up toward those top slabs like that. After we have that all done, we want to go and then take our banner design here, which is going to be a green banner. It's got a black border and a black horizontal line for the center. We're going to place this banner here on the sides of these blocks of coal. So we're just going to go ahead and go around to each block of coal and just place down that banner like so. And that right there will basically complete what we have there for layer 1, and with that we'll move on to layer number 2. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to start with, we're going to go ahead and place down an item frame on top of this dark oak wood fence gate, and we're going to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block in the item frame. We then want to place down a redstone up here like this, separate the notches like so, and we're going to go then place down a zombie head on top of these dark oak wood fence gates, like that. We're going to then place down a green carpet right here behind this, going back, and then after that we want to go and then grab an anvil. We're going to place down an anvil right here. And to the sides of this, if you're on Java, we'll place down a piston. So we're just going to place down a piston here on its side, like that to both sides of the anvil. If you're on a different version of Minecraft, you're probably going to want to place down maybe a green shulker box on its side instead. or something of the like that, just because we'll be using a technique here that's only going to be available for Java. So let's keep that in mind as we proceed further. We're going to go then grab a shulker box that's going to be green, place it down here in the center, and then to both sides of it is zombie head. So like that. We then want to place down a dark oak fence gate that's going to go back from that, like so. And we're going to have that opened up. And then after that, we want to go then place down a green carpet on top of these two top slabs. Then a redstone repeater on this center block, like so. And then a zombie head on top of these fence gates. So like this to both sides. And then also a zombie head on top of this top slab. And then after that, we just want to go and grab a flower pot and place it down on top of these two fence gates, just like that. And once you have that all done right there, that's going to basically do it for what we have there for layer number 2. And with that, we'll move on up to layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a zombie head on top of these two pistons, like so. After we have that done, we want to go and then place down an anvil on top of this green shulker box here. And we're going to go and then go from the anvil forward with 1 and 2 polished blackstone top slabs. After that's done, we're going to go then take our end rods. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 end rods going forward. And we're going to then place down a wither skeleton skull on the very end there. After we have that done there, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood sign on the side of this top slab on both sides here. And we then want to go ahead and go back from that, and on both sides of this anvil, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate, like that. Then we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor. That'll be coming off those fence gates like that. And then we're going to go to the bottom here of those trapdoors, and we're going to place down a lever, which will be positioned like so. After that's done, we want to go and then place down a dark oak wood sign. That will be coming off of the birchwood trapdoors like that on both sides. Now after that's done, we're going to go and just continue on and finish off our rest of our layers. So after layer 3, we have layer 4 here, which is going to be a birchwood stair, and then a dark oak wood sign on both sides of that stair. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood trapdoor and place down a trapdoor on the back of that stair as well. We then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of this top slab here. And then continuing to go forward, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate on top of this block, like that. We're going to place down an end rod to the side. And then coming off this end rod, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a block. We're going to place down a block and then one block forward. Off this block, or we're going to delete the first block here. And then off this one, we're going to place down a zombie head and then a second one back from that, like so. Over here on the other side, we're going to go ahead and do something kind of similar. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate, have this open toward the center. We're going to do the same thing here for block like so, zombie head, and then there's zombie head going back from this. We then want to go and go on top of this zombie head here. We're going to place down a one head going up, and then we're going to go back from this with a end rod like that. And after we have that done, actually real quick, we're going to go and change this. This is actually going to be coming off of the back of this end rod. So it's going to look like that there. And then also, if you're on Java, we're going to go ahead and use in their technique here, which is going to be a lever. That's going to go right here. We'll go ahead and type in the command /give @p Minecraft :debug_stick. And we'll just go ahead and left click this lever until we get selected face. We're going to go ahead and hold shift, right click, and it'll set it to the floor, and then we can go ahead and left click again until we get selected facing, and we can go ahead and then right click again while crouching to rotate it so it faces toward that zombie head. Same thing, or we can use our debug stick here again to go to these pistons, and by left clicking the pistons until we get selected extended false, we can right click again and get rid of that wooden portion of the the pistons there, and just kind of help finish off that design there. And with that all done, that's going to pretty much do it for the kind of mobile version here for the Q.F Mark I 40mm Bofors anti-aircraft gun. Hope you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a side of the build, tweet to my channel, or this video if it does bring you social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on. Other than that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.